That was a pretty over-the-top intro for a simple prop drilling tutorial, but here we are. For a lot of you, this is probably straightforward and you've done it many times. For others that are new to large-scale gas airplanes, this might be useful. I know that for me, the first time I had to drill my own propeller, this was a bit intimidating. I didn't want to break a $100 propeller, so hopefully this will be useful for some of you. First, let's take a look at the equipment I'll be using. So we obviously need the propeller and the 6 metric 5 bolts plus the prop washer. I'll be using a drill guide for the DA120 that I got directly from Desert Aircraft. A 1/4 20 center bolt to tighten the drill guide to the propeller. A good 5.2mm drill bit to drill the holes. And I'm using a cheap 5.2mm drill bit, but this one is not for drilling. It works as a pin to hold the drill guide in place. A 5.2mm dowel pin would be ideal, but I couldn't find one, and the 5mm pins I tried were too loose. So I'm just using this cheap drill bit instead and just cutting it shorter to fit. Let's get started. So first, I just place the drill guide on the back of the propeller. For me in this position, the propeller ends up at around 12 o'clock when I'm trying to start the engine, which feels pretty comfortable and natural for me. I'm using a simple cheap drill press, but this is much better than a handheld drill. I'm also using these stoppers to make sure that I only drill about half of the thickness of the propeller. I'm also using slow speed, this is about 500 RPM. And as I drill, I go in and out a couple of times to make sure that I clear any residue that will help the drill bit do its job. I think the key here is to go slowly and to be patient about the process. You don't want to force the drill bit into the material. Once we're done drilling halfway the 6 holes, I'm gonna remove this stopper and drill one of the holes all the way through. I will use this fully drilled hole to place my spare drill bit that I will use as a pin. Now we can remove the drill guide and we're gonna put it on the other side of the propeller. So this will be on the front of the propeller. So we're gonna line it, we're gonna place the spare drill bit to fix the position, and we're gonna tighten the drill guide. So now we have a pretty solid setup where the drill guide will not move, combination of the center bolt and the drill bit in the other hole. And now we're gonna repeat the same process. So I'm going to be drilling all the other holes only halfway. Once all of the holes are drilled halfway again, I remove the drill guide and I proceed to drill all of the holes all of the way through. And that's basically it. I think this process takes a couple of minutes, but it's fairly straightforward to follow, and it has given me really good results every single time. The bolts go in pretty easily, you don't have to force anything, but everything feels very tight. There's very little wiggle room there. Yeah, so that's it. Pretty simple. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have a different, better process. Bye.